Lutz here from Pure Light Family Chiropractic in Bend, Oregon. I'm so excited for this webinar today on positive affirmations for pregnancy and birth. This is a really, really powerful topic as you're preparing for your pregnancy, your birth, and your postpartum experience as well. It's something that I talk about every day with our patients, with our mamas, and it's something whether you're a first-time mama or second, third, beyond time mama, these tools can be such a big help in your journey that I can attest to personally from my 2 births that I've had. Our daughter is almost 5.5 and our son is 19 months. And I found these tools to be incredibly helpful, especially on those more challenging days or challenging moments of birth. And I hope that they can be a useful tool and an inspiring tool for you as well. I am going to open up the chat here. There it is. Okay, so for those of you who join on live with me this afternoon, feel free to type in the chat box, share any thoughts, insight, questions that you might have as I dive into this wonderful topic of preparing your mind. So at Pure Light, of course, we're prenatal certified chiropractors. We take care of so many mamas from preconceptive, first trimester, all the way through pregnancy, birth, and postpartum. And we love, love, love walking this journey with our mamas. It's such an honor and such a joy to see all of the beautiful changes that a woman goes through in their journey of becoming a mama. And I think that preparing not just your body, but also preparing your mind for this whole experience of transforming into a mother for the first, second time beyond is so, so important. So of course, as prenatal chiropractors, our biggest focus is preparing the body, right? We adjust for alignment, proper motion, proper movement, proper tension in the right spots through our prenatal adjustments. And that makes a huge difference in preparing your body for birth, but then also preparing your nervous system to be in a calm, relaxed, what we call parasympathetic state, which is the natural state your body needs to be in for healing, for growth, for birth, and all of that. But beyond preparing your body through getting adjusted, acupuncture, exercise, all of those things, beyond preparing your body physically, it's also really important to prepare your mind. Myself and my good friend Audrey Ross did a webinar a few months back on mental fortitude for birth. That's something that's saved on our website, on our YouTube channel, and also I think it's on our Instagram as well. Yeah, it's mostly on our Instagram. So if you want to go back and listen to that, it's amazing. Audrey is an incredible birth provider, and we talked about mental fortitude. And so this is a piece of it. So mental fortitude is basically training your mind to overcome doubt and fear and to really overcome limits that you might not even know are there from subconscious stress or things you've heard about birth over the years. This is a little bit different, this topic today. This is more of daily affirmations or daily prayers, daily positive thoughts that you can put out there to help you on your journey. And so your thoughts are powerful. The mind-body connection is really powerful. And your thoughts control a lot more at a subconscious level of your outcomes in your life than you realize. And so your thoughts can be a tool that you can control to a degree to especially overcome those days where you might have more anxiety, more discomfort, more stressors, more worry, more doubts, more fears. Your nervous system responds to all of that. And your nervous system as a pregnant mom is directly connected into baby's nervous system. And that can feel like a big responsibility when you realize that, because your choices that you're making throughout your pregnancy and your birth aren't just affecting you, they're obviously affecting baby as well. And so these tools are just far reaching in terms of as simple as positive affirmations to overcome those days. So whether it's first trimester, struggles of nausea, exhaustion, the whole newness of really recognizing that you're on this journey, it can feel daunting some days. It can feel overwhelming some days. Also, if you have other kiddos that you're caring for during your pregnancy, there are some days that are gonna feel really challenging. And those days when you can access the tools easily of saying affirmations, saying certain prayers to remind yourself that you were born for this, you were meant for this, your baby was chosen for you, you were chosen for your baby. These things can really shift the game. And then when it goes into birth, Birth is a wild ride. It's a beautiful, incredible, transformative experience. Every birth is unique. Every birth is so special. And the more you can prepare your mind and have these tools in your toolbox and affirmations to say or hang up around you. I love when mamas can have their affirmations around them during their labors and deliveries. That's something that I had more with my second birth, and they were always like in the right spot. Like I don't even remember why I put them in certain spots. Like with my second, our birth was at home, and I had them like in our kitchen and in our living room and in our space. And on some of the more intense, harder moments and contractions, I was able to really just look up and see these affirmations or remind myself of them in my heart and my mind. And I feel like they really helped overcome and ride those waves much more smoothly. So I hope that it's something that's helpful for you as well. And so you can have more clarity as well when you are envisioning your birth, if you can keep these positive mental images of your birth really, really close to your heart. And so I'm going to go ahead and just jump right in to some examples of positive affirmations for pregnancy. I have 10 that I'm going to cover, and then 10 for birth. And of course, this is limitless. I highly encourage you to really pray and meditate on affirmations that would suit your journey, that really resonate with you. And this can be like as personal and special and unique as you feel called to be. It can also be something like certain Bible verses or things like that that really ground you down in your spiritual connection as well, because pregnancy and birth is quite a spiritual experience as well. So I'm just going to go ahead and pull up my affirmations for pregnancy that I have here. So there are days when you might feel depleted, exhausted, nauseous, worn out. And one affirmation I love is, everything I need to take care of this baby is already within me. Everything I need to take care of this baby is already within me. How incredible that, yes, pregnancy is hard work on your body, and your body knows what to do. It knows how to take two cells and beautifully orchestrate this symphony of creating a beautiful, precious baby from day one all the way through 9 months. Your body has everything it needs. You just need to focus on positive thoughts, nourishing your body, mind, and soul, and your body will do what it needs to do to create this healthy baby. And with all these affirmations, they're more effective neurologically when you say them out loud. So I highly encourage, whether they're these ones, more ones, say them out loud in the car, driving, at home. Declare them, shout them, sing them, however you need to get them out, or just speak them over you and your baby. And they are really effective at actually rewiring your neurology, those patterns in your mind. We can get onto a loop of negative thoughts, fears, doubts. But when we say these positive affirmations, especially when those anxieties are starting to take root, it literally rewires those pathways in your brain. And when you say them out loud, there's research around this that shows that they are more effective in this process neurologically. So this is a big one too, is there's beauty in the growth of my belly and the rest of my body. My baby is getting healthier and stronger. So one thing that, even if you go into pregnancy and birth and postpartum with a reverence and an awe for the journey and the process of the incredible power in a woman's body to go through this journey, there may still be days as a woman that you feel insecure about your body, that you feel like the changes aren't as like they don't feel like you. You might feel like, my body doesn't feel like mine anymore, or you might not see the true beauty in the changes. You might start to see stretch marks or things that are different, and it can be a kind of intense to adapt to some of those changes. And repeating this affirmation, reminding yourself that your body is so beautiful, and there is no need to compare your body to anybody else's body, whether that's other moms you know, or social media, or whatever it may be. Your body is strong and healthy and beautiful, and your body is nourishing this beautiful, healthy baby. Number 3 is, my baby is in the perfect position to come into the world healthily and smoothly. And so that's something we're really big on with chiropractic care and certain exercises and stretches you can do throughout your pregnancy to help your baby have enough room to get into that ideal position. of coming into the world smoothly and easily. And there's variations with this, but your nervous system and baby's nervous system, like I said, are intricately connected, and there are mirror neurons. So as you talk to your baby in your belly and you envision their birth and their position, it actually will help them to get into that best position. It sounds a little woo-woo, but there is research backing that. So it's incredible. So visualizing and talking to your baby about their birth and getting into a certain position is huge. And I also highly recommend getting adjusted to make sure that there's no torsion or stress on your pelvis or ligaments. And that's our specialty. If you need a prenatal certified chiropractor in your area, please let us know. We're happy to help you find one. Also, the ICPA, International Chiropractic Pediatric Association, is a great resource as well. And you can put your zip code in there and find someone near you. So number 4, I will cherish every little toe, finger, bone, facial expression, and every inch of my baby. And this, when you are pregnant and you can really tune in and imagine who your baby is and cherish every single detail of who they are, it really begins that bond and that connection. And on those harder days of pregnancy or preparing for birth, when you can have that deep connection to baby and start building that bond and relationship now, it'll be there too in birth. And because the birth experience is not just you birthing your baby, it's you and your baby birthing together. It's a team effort. Only you can birth your baby, and only your baby can birth from you, and you need to work together. And so cherishing and loving and bonding with your baby through that affirmation is really beautiful as well. Number 5, I can endure anything, and I will endure anything that comes my way. And so this is really a surrendering affirmation, and also one that helps you mentally prepare for unexpected things that may arise. There are things that can come up. There may be certain measurements or labs or functions of the pregnancy that may be unique or different, and you can be mentally prepared to endure anything that comes your way. And this definitely applies to birth very much as well, but recognizing that whatever stressors, even unrelated to pregnancy, say there's a stressor in your life with relationships or finances or whatever it may be, you can endure it. You're going to endure it, and your baby you're both human, and you're getting through this human experience of whatever stressor may come your way, but reminding yourself that you can endure and you will endure anything that comes your way. I was chosen to be the mother of this child, and I am good enough to care for her or him. And so this is a big one for new moms, because when you're going into motherhood for the first time, a lot comes up. A lot of grief can come up. A lot of doubts can come up in terms of caring for this baby, and remembering that this isn't just some random baby. This is your baby. Your baby chose you. You were chosen to be this baby's mother, and you have everything you need to care for them, and you are their world already. Number 7, my baby is developing normally and will be born healthy, whole, safe, and at the perfect time. This one is like, highlight this one. This one is so important. That's what we want. And these affirmations and thoughts about our baby really can play a big role in them being happy, whole, healthy, having a good birth. Obviously, nothing is guaranteed. There are things that we're ordained to work through with our babies and challenges that can come up. However, I do believe that this is a powerful tool in helping your baby be healthy and happy and whole and having the birth that you desire. Number 8, my baby knows how and when to be born, and I will patiently wait for her arrival. This is one that a lot of us have knowledge of and like awareness of, but it can be really, really hard in that end season of pregnancy when you're close to your due date or past your due date, and there's a lot of pressure to be like, oh, when is baby coming? When is labor going to start? Especially if you are first-time mom, you don't really know what to expect. So just trusting that your baby will come when they're ready in the perfect timing, and surrendering to that patience, enjoying as much as you can those last precious days and weeks of them being inside of you is really, really special. All right, number 9, I allow myself to see the beauty and joy in my pregnancy. I want to enjoy this precious time with my baby and to be empowered by all that it brings. Motherhood and fatherhood for dads, motherhood brings up so much for us. It's like such a mirror and a deep dive into our own healing journey. And seeing the beauty in that, again, even on those harder days, is really, really empowering. And number 10, I trust my body. I trust my body. I trust my body. I trust my body to help guide my baby into this world and into the safety of my arms. Amen. You have to trust your body. You have to go inward before the birth, the labor even officially begins. You have to do a deep dive. You have to trust your body. Your body knows what to do. Your baby knows what to do. We just have to not get in the way. We can't interfere. We have to trust. And so that's a really, really big one. And so this one leads us into affirmations for birth. And birth is a unique journey for everybody. First-time mamas, birth can be a little bit longer, just as the first time that your body has expanded in this way. It can take a little bit longer of a time. And there's just a lot of unknowns and things to work through mentally and emotionally. And that's where that mental fortitude is so big. So like I said, Audrey Ross and I did that webinar on mental fortitude. And she also offers a wonderful class, a coaching class where she teaches building that mental fortitude. And it's like a muscle you have to work out. So I highly recommend her working with her. And so once birth starts, once that train takes off, it's going and going, and it goes, and it can be really intense. It can be fast, it can be long, it can be however it needs to be. There's of course things you can do to prepare your body to help it be more smooth and easeful and safe. And whether you're choosing to birth at the hospital, at home, with midwives, or just your husband, however you're birthing, there's no right or wrong. You do what brings you the most calm and ease and comfort and less anxiety. So these ones are big. When you're in the thick of it, of labor, one of the most motivating affirmations, I think, is today I get to hold my baby. Today I get to hold my baby. Today, like that is so motivating because you have, whether what your preconceptive journey looked like, you have waited 9 months through this pregnancy, and today is the day you get to hold your baby. It's like that finish line that you're just so close. It's like you want to sprint there. So on those contractions where you can feel like I can't do this anymore, whether it's transition or feeling exhausted, today is the day you get to hold your baby. That's a big one. I am made for this. It is so true. You are made to birth this baby. You can do it. There are going to be moments in almost every single birth where you doubt that. I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if baby is going to fit. I don't know, whatever. All of those doubts and fears are going to potentially arise. Reminding yourself through the birth, I am made for this. Number 3, I can make it through this. Similar, but a little bit more specific. I can make it through it. It's like, it can feel like you're walking through a fire and you're being refined in this pressure of, it's like taking coal and turning it into a diamond under that pressure. Sometimes the pressure of labor can feel like, I don't know if I can get through this. I don't know. And especially first-time moms, it can feel overwhelming. It's like you're riding these waves, and some moments you feel like you're being tossed by the waves, and sometimes you're surfing them. But the more you can keep these positive affirmations in your heart or around you, the more you can remember that you can make it through it. And it's so worth it. It's so worth it. I am going to have a healthy and happy baby. That is really important because you don't want to necessarily go into fears about the baby's health or safety in labor. If you have your birth providers right there with you, they're monitoring that. They got that covered. They know what to look for. You just need to remember that affirmation to keep yourself grounded. Number 5, I trust my body. My body knows what to do. So this one's actually repetitive from pregnancy, because just as much as you need to trust your body throughout pregnancy, trusting your body in birth is so, so important. And there is such a surrender that can happen in labor. And when you finally surrender your birth to the divine orchestration of what your body knows what to do, it allows things to relax. So trusting your body, remembering your body knows what to do. There's nothing wrong with you. You are going to get through this. Number 6, my body knows how to birth my baby. I kind of already said that one, but it's just more specific. Your body knows how to birth your baby. Number 7, I breathe with each wave and flow with it. So that's another one, as I mentioned, the waves. So when those waves, those contractions come on, the breath of your body and baby are so connected. You can access that breath. You can remind yourself to breathe and ride those waves, flow, surf those waves. Don't feel like you have to work upstream, go downstream in the flow with the breath, with the contractions. And every breath, baby is closer. Every contraction, baby is one wave closer to being in your arms. Number 8, open surrender. Open surrender. Just even if that's one of the main ones you say, it's just open surrender, open surrender, open surrender. The more you can visualize your body opening and surrendering to the power of the experience, the more you will open and surrender. I trust my baby, I trust my birth. And that's another thing is, yes, babies are small, they're new, but they are very, very intelligent, and they were designed for this too. They know what they're doing. Give them time, be patient with them. They are figuring out that best position. Oftentimes you hear of prodromal labor where there may be kind of like false labor. I don't like that term because it's not false. Every second has a purpose in this journey and process. So typically prodromal labor, the baby's actually getting into the best position. They're working their way down, but the hormone cascade hasn't kicked in yet for full active labor, and that's okay. Trust baby knows what they're doing. They're knowing what they're doing to get into the right position. They know what they're doing as they descend through the birth canal. They know what they're doing as they turn their shoulders to come out. They know what they're doing when they're on your chest and they're figuring out their latch. They know what they're doing. Trust your baby. Number 10, I am already a great mother. You are. You were made for this. Your baby is so blessed to have you as their mother. Once they're on you, on your chest, visualize what that's going to feel like. And when preparing for birth, these affirmations, having them on cards around you, I've seen such beautiful setups where you have these beautiful affirmations around you at birth, or in pregnancy, you can have them around your house, up with string lights, or wherever you need. It can be such a beautiful ritual process of preparing yourself for these affirmations to be a part of your daily routine and your moment-to-moment of birth experience as well. And your vision for your birth is also really important. In the same way these affirmations prepare you, your vision for your birth also prepares you a lot. And I think it's really important to, in that surrendering process, be mentally prepared, have the mental fortitude for any and all scenarios. You know, you definitely need that surrender, and you need to be mentally prepared for things that could shift or change, whether you're planning a home birth and the possibility of a hospital transfer, or if you're planning a hospital birth, the interventions that can come. I think being mentally prepared for all situations and being aware of the choices that come with those scenarios is really empowering. However, I don't think you should dwell there. I think you should still visualize your ideal birth, whatever that may be for you, in detail. Not just like some people are like, well, I just want to have a healthy baby at the end of the day. That's super important. Yes. How do you want to get there? Some people are like, well, I just want to avoid a C-section. That's important, but how? How are you going to do that? And I think visualizing your birth is really, really important. And so I encourage you to go into a prayerful, meditative state and not just visualize like, okay, like I want baby to be born in the water at home or this or that with a certain provider. Like those details are important, but visualize how it makes you feel. Visualize how does it make you feel to picture your baby on your chest? How were they born? How did they come out? What color is their hair? What does their face look like? Visualize how it feels to look down at their face and how you want them to emerge from your body, and really take the feelings and the bliss and the joy of visualizing that experience and allow it to empower you and guide you in what your birth will be. And of course, that's again unique for everybody. Every birth is beautiful and unique in its own way. And I hope that you can get that clear picture, that clear vision, and that it helps you feel grounded and clear and focused on the birth of this beautiful baby of yours. So that is all of the affirmations that I prepared for you guys today. I hope they're helpful. I would love to hear other ones that you've come up with that have helped you in previous births, or ones that you've come up for your current birth. If you recently just had a baby, or if you're coming up on your first baby or second or beyond baby, I congratulate you. I am praying for you, and I just wish you all the best. And at Pure Light, we are here to support you every step of the way. We love not only being a chiropractic resource for care, but also just a resource for other providers in town, community connections, events, mom groups, lactation support, whatever you need, resources, books, anything. We love to be a guide for your journey in motherhood, pregnancy, birth, beyond. We're here for you. So thank you so much for listening. I'm so happy to do this with you guys today, and I hope everybody has a wonderful rest of the day. Thanks for joining.